A Different Cat Body Pillow, a Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction. Please note that this is a secondary edition that has been re-edited for the YouTube audience. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and comment down below in support of more fanfiction.
"And how is my princess tonight?"
Cat Noir asked, leaning against Marinette's window. If he hadn't said anything, she wouldn't have noticed his leather against the Parisian night sky. She looked up to see the cat's glowing green eyes and a ring of moonlight highlighting his blonde hair.
"Cat?"
She rubbed her eyes. It must be 2 or 3 in the morning, and she couldn't figure out why he was there. Marinette yawned, leaning upwards to stretch.
"I'm surprised you didn't come in through the skylight. What's up?"
He let out a chuckle, walking over to her computer desk. His face was strained, as though something was wrong. Cat began, pausing to run his fingers over the edge of the desk.
"I don't know. Never mind. Sleep well, princess."
He turned and ducked under her stairs to go back out through the window, feeling dumb that he had come in the first place. It was the middle of the night, and she had been asleep.
"Cat, wait,"
Marinette said, rolling out of her bed. "Something's wrong. What do you need?" He paused, turning to look back at her. He hesitated to say what he was feeling. How do you tell a girl that you just wanted to fall asleep next to someone, or even just not be alone anymore? He sighed and sat down in her computer chair, looking down at his hands. To his surprise, Marinette slipped her hand in one of his own, kneeling next to him.
"You don't need to talk,"
Marinette said.
"It's okay to just exist sometimes."
Cat could feel his eyes get hot as tears fought their way to the surface. Blinking them back, he swiveled the chair to look away from her and instead at her desk so she wouldn't see his eyes swell up, squeezing her hand a little bit as he did so. There were a few photos of his civilian self on the desk, and he chuckled to himself as he saw them. Typical Marinette. She wanted to be a fashion designer, so of course she had some photos of well-coordinated outfits here and there. What caught his eye, however, was a plush toy that was a cross between the Millennium Earl from D. Greyman and the Cheshire Cat.
"Princess,"
Cat said, reaching for the plush toy.
"Are you a fan of black cats?"
Marinette began to blush and slipped her hand out of his.
"Well,"
she crossed her arms and turned slightly pink.
"they're fluffy and they'll curl up next to you, but they don't smell like dog breath." "So you're a cat person?" he teased.
Marinette's face turned pink. He saw it often as Adrian, but Marinette was always a lot more confident and aggressive in front of Cat Noir, so he was surprised to see this reaction.
"Yeah,"
Marinette mumbled, looking down at the floor.
"Like, how much?"
Cat prodded, a Cheshire grin spreading across his face. The princess liked cats.
"Like, when I was 4, my parents got me a cat body pillow, and it's still on my bed to this day."
"No way!" Cat stood up from the chair and scampered to her bed, leaving Marinette at her desk to protest. Sure enough, there was a pink cat with purple stripes at the head of her bed. It was a bit worn from the years, but obviously well loved and well taken care of.
"Cat!"
Marinette tackled him, hoping to divert his attention away. She instead ended up pushing him into her bed and found herself in his arms, legs intertwined. After a moment of stunned silence from both of them, he winked at her.
Wow, princess. I didn't realize you were so catastrophically bold.
Marinette groaned. Of course he would make a pun in this situation. She moved her head to look up at him purring down at her. He unwrapped one of his arms from around her to pull the cat pillow closer. He laid his head down on it and found his nostrils filled with the scent of Marinette.
Cat?
Marinette asked, putting her hand to his face to see if he was okay.
If you don't mind, princess, Cat said, closing his eyes. I'd like to fall asleep now.
Marinette went from a rose blush to beet red, but she complied with her partner's wishes. She trusted him and could tell that he was exhausted. She didn't know why he trusted her as Marinette so much, but it was nice that he had someone with whom he could let his guard down with that wasn't Ladybug. She reached down and grabbed it to stretch across both of them. Inhaling the scent of leather, Marinette closed her eyes, falling asleep with a different cat body pillow than she had grown up with. Hey guys, so that video that you just watched actually has been uploaded to this channel before. I wrote it back about a year ago, actually. I saw a prompt on Tumblr saying, hey, look at this cat body pillow that Marinette has, and she has this other cat thing, isn't that so cool? Hashtag MariChat. And I was like, I'll write to that, and that was the first fanfiction that I ever really sat down and wrote, which is, that's interesting. Anyway, and so I narrated it for YouTube as well as posting it online, and in addition to that, I added some music. Now, it turns out that the music was a mistake. It was way too loud for the video, and although it was okay at the beginning, as the video progressed, it just got harder and harder to hear, which, you know, happens. So it's been needed to be redubbed for quite some time now because I don't have the original movie file, so I can just lower it. And so, in addition to redubbing it, I decided to go through and edit it. And boy, did I have to make some changes. Oh my gosh, there were so many problems that I did end up fixing, and then there were some where I could fix with enough time, but I ended up leaving it as it was. For example, changing of tenses and point of view shifts. My bad. But for the most part, I cleared up other syntax problems and grammatical errors. I've been staring at the viewfinder this entire time. I am so sorry. It's right there. I just got a new camera and I've never used a viewfinder before, and it is so tempting to look. I'm doing it right now. It's so tempting to look at my pretty face. Just kidding. Well, I am pretty. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this redubbing of A Different Cat Body Pillow. I will still leave the original up so you can compare and contrast all of the changes that I made. I didn't change anything to the storyline, but you'll see that I do develop a different tone in the second one. Again, the second one isn't perfect. If I were to rewrite it completely, it would be a different experience, but man, how far I've come in a year. It's really encouraging. I love you guys so much, and thank you for supporting me with view after view after all this time, whether you just subscribed yesterday or if you subscribed in November when I started uploading a video a day every day in November for NaNoWriMo, but instead writing short stories for Miraculous Ladybug. Anyway, I love you guys so much, and thank you for helping me grow as a writer and as a person. I'll catch you next time.